You are involved, I think, since 2 years now, and you still have 1 year to do the job. Is that correct? I think so. So you know the old learning management system, and you are very lucky because you will discover the new one this year or beginning of 2019. It's a new one, easier to use, and on due time you will have some demo on that, but it will be easier to use, you will see. So what we decided, based on the rules of the School of Rheumatology, we want to offer all the different courses at the same time. It means opening of all online courses on October 14 next year. Also, for this, we want an update of all the different modules from all the different courses to be ready by end of May. And so the convener task will start January 10. Each convener has the responsibility of about 10 modules. The convener task will see what he has to do, next slide. But so the process starts next January. You will receive an email and contact from the convener between January 10 and at least latest February 10. When you will receive an email coming from the convener, you can start your work. But you have a deadline, of course, and the deadline is May 31. May 31 must be the last date to send your update to EULAR. Actually, to the convener first. But you are lucky this year, next year, because you don't have to make an update of the main text, because you did last year, and we used that main text for the textbook, and we decided not to update the main text next year, except major breakthrough. For example, new treatment in rheumatoid arthritis, for example, tocilizumab in giant cell arteritis. I don't know if it's already written in the main text, but if not, because it's now approval, this should be added. Okay, yeah, sure. It's important to say, because we have several courses. So no update for the whole course, no update for the connective tissue disease course. And maybe also not for the pediatric, because we have a textbook in June, so no update for the pediatric. But for the other courses will be needed, of course. For the whole course, we also decided not to update the in-depth discussions. So for the whole course, update only needed on the interactive clinical cases and the 2 assessment question files, A1 for the evaluation of the module and A2 for the bank of the question for the final assessment. So thereafter, this will be the job of Catherine. From June to September, she will have everything to check, everything. So 50 modules from the whole course, modules for yeah. So no vacation during summer for Catherine. And after she will pass over to the School of Rheumatology staff and to Jane to put everything in the new learning management system, because you will not have to do that. EULAR will do now to put everything in the new learning management system. And in October 14, it's the start of all the different courses. And you also know that for the School of Rheumatology, EULAR decided to offer each module to students if they want. So to use the material of the courses, 2 options: registration for the whole course and final assessment and certificate at the end, or the student can pick up 1, 2, 3 modules from the whole course 1, 2, 3 module from ultrasound, 1, 2, 3 module from scleroderma, etc., etc. But of course, in that case, at the end, there's no evaluation, no certification. But there are two different options based on these courses, which is good, I think, really good. So we will have a new learning management system, MS365. Much simpler, you will see in due time, and two options to work with. I have seen the system with Jen just before starting the meeting. Two options. You can connect and work online directly on the files, like a kind of Dropbox, or you can check out the file or download the file, work on the file, and thereafter, but the exact process will be defined, but normally sent back by email, but we'll see that. No, not direct, blocked. Okay. Yeah, so we have to check in back to thereafter checking out if it's offline. Here are the different tasks and the process of the different authors. You know that the convener, the role of the convener is to check each module. He has the responsibility, roughly 10 different modules. He has to check everything. He has to check if the main text is not too long. He has to check if there are enough tables, enough pictures, etc. If the references are correct or not. Thereafter, he has to check the interactive clinical cases, if they are following the rules of the EULAR, also the in-depth discussion, not too long, also the main text, not too long, and we will probably reduce some main text in the future, but not for the whole course next year, thereafter. And also they have to check the two assessment files. Are the authors following the new rules of the assessment procedure? We will have new rules, and you will see that this afternoon. There's only two options in the future: multiple choice question with one correct answer out of 5. If there are 6 options in your multiple choice question, you have to remove one. So only one correct option out of 5, or extending matching. These are the two possible options depending on the learning management system. The learning management system is performed like that, and we cannot change this. So it's now mandatory. And so the convener, we have to check everything in the file of the different module, and thereafter he will send an email to the authors asking for the update, but your major task in 2019 will be to adapt the questions to the system and also to improve your quality, the quality of the questions, and you are here for that, and we will learn with Catherine. So this is the major duty of the conveners. Thereafter, there are usually 3 different authors, but it's true for the whole course, and for the other course, there are some exceptions. I will explain that to you. Normally, for the whole course, there are 3 authors. There is a senior author, so here there are some of them. Normally, the senior author has nothing to do except to click, I accept the new version, because the senior author was a previous author. He was 3 years before the lead author. And he was responsible for the update 3 years before. And the lead author has to choose a junior, usually coming from his own department or hospital, but it's not mandatory, to do the work, to update. and the lead author check if everything is good, give advice to the junior author. Sometimes the junior can not be a junior, it can be with some experience, but his name junior author. And this is a 3-year process for the whole course. And 3 years later, I think it's next slide, 3 years later, so next year, you will hand over. And the lead author will become the senior author and will stay 3 more years. We will choose a new lead author, and to choose a new lead author, we will discuss with you. We ask the advice of the authors, and also we discuss that during the scientific committee we have every year in Paris. And thereafter, when the new lead author is chosen, we ask the lead author to choose a junior to work with him. But there are several exceptions. Sometimes for the whole course, there are some very, very, very specific topics, and there are not lots of experts in Europe. So sometimes we keep some authors more than 3 years, and the team remains more than 3 years. For all the courses, it's not completely the same rules. For example, for the scleroderma course, are there some authors from the scleroderma course here this afternoon? Scleroderma course? Yeah, some. So you know that for the scleroderma course, the authors were chosen by EUSTAR, and they are remaining for several years now. And maybe next year we will change some authors, just the authors who never worked on the modules. So we will discuss that with Yannick Eleanor and Marco Matucci. But there are not a lot. I think for the scleroderma course, there are 81 authors, I think so, and just 5 or 6 did their task on the courses. For the ultrasound, it's quite the same. So the expertise is so high in that course that it's not possible to change the authors every 3 years. I think it's the same for the health professional. Health is here. It's not, we don't change every 3 years. I don't think so. So we discuss that every year if some authors have to be changed because they do not that task. So there are several exceptions. So it's the last year for you. We will decide and choose new authors next year between September, maybe before. We'll see. We discussed that this morning with Gabriela before September 2019. So for you, for senior author, it will be the last year because you are in for now 6 years, and for the lead, he will have 6 more years, and the junior will leave the team. Will leave the team, but as I said, his name will remain forever associated with the module. We change for the whole course every 3 years to have new authors to update the main text, to have a very updated textbook. And so you did the task. Thank you. And the textbook is really, really beautiful and a success. And we also have launched the pediatric one in Amsterdam. And we are currently working on the new one for the scleroderma course. And we also have launched musculoskeletal ultrasound in 2016. So maybe if you have some questions, and I don't know if you know, it's okay. So if you have some question, we can have some discussion, but we have 2 days for that.